Today we are going to be discussing what is pain. Pain is actually one of the few things in life that is a truly universal experience. Everybody in the world is going to experience pain at some time in their life. However, pain is also extremely individual. It's one of those things that no two pains are going to be exactly alike. And this is what makes pain an extremely hard thing to define. The International Association for the Study of Pain has attempted this and has created this definition for pain: an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in such damage. Now, this is a little confusing, and let's see if we can figure out exactly what this means. Before we can really understand that definition of pain, we have to understand the structures of pain, or the pain pathway. What can happen is you stub your toe. This is something many people have experienced. There are little sensors at the end of your toe known as nociceptors. These will collect this stimulus information, bring it up your leg through the nerves and to the spinal cord. The spinal cord will then relay this message all the way up through the brainstem into a special part of the brain called the sensory cortex. The sensory cortex will then interpret this information and either categorize it as something that is painful and they need to pay attention to, or something that is not something that they need to pay attention to. But really, what this pain pathway is telling us is that all this information is brought to the brain, and then the brain has to figure out what is pain. So, one thing that we do know about this kind of traditional model of viewing pain is that this type of pain is really necessary for human survival. Let's take a little quick example here. You're cooking. You've been using the stovetop quite a bit. You're looking over and you're kind of paying attention to something else, and suddenly your hand reaches out and touches the hot burner. These nociceptors will sense that temperature, send that information up to your brain, and your brain will interpret that as something that is dangerous to the body, and that will cause your hand to pull away from the burner, and this will make sure that there is less damage to the skin cells.
This type of pain is known as acute pain. This is a type of pain that results from actual tissue damage, such as a broken ankle, stepping on a tack, or straining a muscle. This type of pain is used for the protection of our body and allows for us to heal. Another type of pain that we are very aware of is emotional pain. Emotional pain is pain that comes from emotional stressors such as heartbreak, loss, or loneliness. While this pain doesn't come from a physical source, it does result in the same type of feelings of pain in our bodies.
The final type of pain is called chronic pain. What we know about this is that there is no actual tissue damage present, or it is past the tissue healing time for an acute episode of pain. And so this means that there is no longer a protective response that is associated with this pain. So one part of our pain education that is really important, now this can be important in acute pain, emotional pain, or chronic pain, is our past experiences of pain, or our emotional state at the time that we were injured. We've realized that these past experiences can play big roles in how we currently are interpreting and dealing with our pain.
The most important part of learning about pain is learning about how we can treat this. There are many, many different ways to treat acute pain, and there are different ways to treat emotional pain, but we're lacking in our ways to treat chronic pain. One way that has been seen to really work effectively with treating chronic pain is pain education. We're able to better understand why we're in pain, how we're in pain, and how to take back control of our own pain. We're better able to deal with this chronic pain we are experiencing, and we're better able to get back to the life we'd like to lead.